Ancient Greece is one of the most fascinating civilizations in history, full of legendary warriors, brilliant thinkers, and dramatic stories that shaped the world. It wasn't just one big empire like Rome. Instead, it was a collection of independent city-states, or polis, that often fought each other as much as they contributed to a shared Greek culture. But let's start from the beginning. Before the Greece we think of today, there were the Minoans and Mycenaeans. The Minoans, living on the island of Crete, 3000 to 1450 BCE, built stunning palaces like Knossos and had a mysterious writing system called Linear A. But their civilization collapsed, possibly due to a volcanic eruption or foreign invasions. The Mycenaeans, 1600 to 1100 BCE, based on the Greek mainland, took over as the dominant power. They were warrior kings, think Agamemnon from Homer's Iliad, and their society revolved around fortified palace centers like Mycenae. They had a writing system called Linear B, an early form of Greek. But around 1100 BCE, they too disappeared, leading to a period known as the Greek Dark Ages. By 800 BCE, Greece had bounced back with a new political structure, city-states. Two of the most famous were Athens and Sparta, but they couldn't have been more different. Athens was all about democracy, philosophy, and art. It's where great thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle emerged. Sparta, on the other hand, was a military powerhouse where boys trained as soldiers from childhood. They had a rigid, war-focused society, but they were feared and respected across Greece. One of the rare times the Greek city-states united was during the Persian Wars, 499 to 449 BCE. Persia, the superpower of the time, invaded Greece under King Darius and later his son, Xerxes. The Greeks, though outnumbered, pulled off incredible victories. The Battle of Marathon, 490 BCE, saw the Athenians defeating the mighty Persians, while the Spartans made their legendary last stand at Thermopylae, 480 BCE. The Greeks eventually won, securing their place in history as defenders of freedom against tyranny. After the Persian Wars, Athens entered its golden age, 460 to 430 BCE. Under the leadership of Pericles, the city flourished. They built the Parthenon, expanded democracy, and produced some of the greatest plays, art, and philosophy the world has ever seen. But Athens got a little too ambitious, and that led to trouble. Athens and Sparta, once allies against Persia, turned on each other in the Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BCE. Sparta, with its unmatched military, eventually defeated Athens, ending its golden era. The war weakened all of Greece, making it vulnerable to outside forces. In the north, a young king named Alexander of Macedon, 356 to 323 BCE, rose to power. Tutored by Aristotle and driven by ambition, he conquered Greece, then set his sights beyond. In just over a decade, he built one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and even India. But after his sudden death, his empire crumbled, though Greek culture spread far and wide in what we call the Hellenistic Age. By the 2nd century BCE, Greece had weakened due to infighting. The rising Roman Republic saw an opportunity and gradually took control, fully absorbing Greece in 146 BCE. But Greek culture didn't disappear. In fact, the Romans admired Greek art, philosophy, and literature so much that they adopted much of it, ensuring that Greece's influence lasted far beyond its political fall. Even though ancient Greece as a political power faded, its impact never did. Democracy, philosophy, theater, art, and even the Olympic Games all trace back to the Greeks. They set the foundation for Western civilization, and their stories of heroism, intellect, and ambition still capture our imagination today. So, while Greece may have been conquered, its ideas conquered the world. And that's why we still talk about it today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. What fascinates you most about the Greeks? And what ancient civilization should we explore next? Stay tuned for more history, and thanks for being part of the journey.